We continue our 2021 season previews today with the St. Louis Blues, a team who just went through a lot of change. They lost emotionally to the Vancouver Canucks in the first round of the playoffs. They won the Stanley Cup a year before. Can this team go back to that Stanley Cup era? Can they go back to that Stanley Cup mark? That's the big question we're asking yourself. So let's get into what happened, what can happen for the St. Louis Blues in the 2020-2021 NHL season from my perspective. First off, if you're new to the channel, please go make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and also welcome. Glad you're here as well. We're trying to grow on this channel. We are currently 40 subscribers away from 700, which is absolutely amazing to say. We hit 600 almost 3 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at the time of recording this video. It was a Wednesday. But yeah, it's been a great run. It's been so much fun to see all you guys grow with me, and I can't wait for even more. So yeah, make sure to go subscribe down below if you haven't already, and also please go check out the links in the description below, which includes my Twitter, my Instagram, my Discord, and my TikTok. So all those social medias, if you can go follow those and join those as well, that mean a lot to me as well. And yeah, anyways, let's get into the actual preview, and let's see what happened last season for the St. Louis Blues. So last season for the St. Louis Blues was, above all, another amazing season. 71 games played. They had 42 wins, 19 losses, and 10 overtimes for a total of 94 points. They made it through the playing rounds. They were second in the NHL, which is absolutely great, just behind the Boston Bruins. And yeah, in really all honesty, it's been a great run for St. Louis. I've been impressed with the run that St. Louis has had, fighting off every team that they play. It's been impressive, so I can't wait to see them keep having more success. But they didn't necessarily do that this year. They lost to Vancouver in the first round in a score of 6 games, which really, in all honesty, it surprised me. A lot of things in that series surprised me. As I was watching that series, Jordan Binnington was surprisingly not as good as he was back in the last playoffs. In fact, Binnington was showing signs of urgency last season too, or in the regular season too. So I was a bit unsure about this heading into round one, and I was right. So they lost 4-2 to the Vancouver Canucks. Jake Allen really came in there and solidified himself as a starting goaltender for St. Louis, and then he gets traded off to Montreal. It's really been just another sad season for St. Louis. It sucks. I mean, they won the Cup in 2019. They were hoping to make it back. And honestly, apart from who they lost, I still think they're still kind of in the talks for a Stanley Cup. Not as much as like other teams, but I think they're definitely in the talks for a Stanley Cup more than others. The key departure list is short, but not sweet. So they lost Alex Pietrangelo. That was the biggest one there. Pietrangelo, a great defender, been with the team for so long. It sucks to see him go. It really honestly does. And that will definitely take a big puncture to the defense and the chemistry there and everything else there, because you did just lose your biggest captain. And, they tried everything to trade him. They took away Jake Allen, which we will talk about in a second here. They traded away a few other guys. They bought out a few guys, too. And they still just couldn't re-sign him. And it just sucks to see it, honestly. And then Pietrangelo ended up signing with the Vegas Golden Knights a few days later, and for a ridiculously high cap hit, and it sucks to see, but it just had to happen, I guess. So Pietrangelo leaving sucks that the veteran presence is gone there. The captaincy, Ryan O'Reilly's the new captain. We already talked about that, but it just really sucks. And then they also lost Jake Allen, as I mentioned too. I think they lost Jake Allen in an attempt to try and re-sign Pietrangelo. But Pietrangelo, the thing is with him, he wanted so much money that St. Louis just couldn't offer it to him. They had so many cap issues. They're putting Tarasenko and Steen on the LTIR. Steen retired. Tarasenko have a huge injury. So if they put those two guys on the LTIR, they'll be able to sign Mike Hoffman, which we'll get into that later. But yeah, it sucks to see Jake Allen leave. Been such a veteran goaltender for St. Louis. Been in the NHL for what feels like forever. And, it sucks to see him go, but, he had to go to Montreal, and I think he might even get taken by Seattle. I think that may be the big thing. I think Jake Allen gets underrated to points. That may have been why he was traded to Montreal. It honestly just sucks. But Montreal needed a backup goaltender. But the backup situation for St. Louis isn't looking too good. It's honestly just a mess, in all honesty. So, yeah, take that what you will. Then your key arrivals list for the St. Louis Blues consists of the big boy, Torrey Krug. Now, Torrey Krug is not Alex Pietrangelo. I'll say that right now, definitely. But Torrey Krug, coming from the Boston Bruins, pretty ironic, in fact. Torrey Krug will definitely help out in that top pairing defense. I don't see him playing bottom or second pairing defense. I think he will definitely play top pairing. And this guy will definitely get chances to hoist through this blue line. And I think that, he's going to be playing on the same line with a few other people. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Torrey Krug is going to do for St. Louis, but it's going to be good things. Kyle Clifford as well. I think Clifford will play as a solid fourth liner, maybe even a depth player or a fill-in guy, maybe at points. I think Clifford's pretty underrated, an underrated fourth, third liner, bottom six good guy. I think he will definitely help out St. Louis in that area. And then I have him in question marks. Mike Hoffman. It's kind of a rumor right now. Is Mike Hoffman going to sign with the Blues? Is Mike Hoffman not going to sign with the Blues? The answer is I don't know. He got signed for a pro trial contract. They may sign him late. They may sign him maybe towards the start of the season, so we may see it in a few days from now. But I think that, it's definitely possible that Mike Hoffman could go to St. Louis, but it's possible that he won't either. So I did include some extra stuff for the left wing side there when I was making this preview. But yeah, if they can get both Mike Hoffman and Torrey Krug, I think the Pietrangelo replacement doesn't look as bad. I think Hoffman's going to play great offensively. And they need him, too. They 100% need him. I think St. Louis was very smart to go out for this guy. Because, you got Vladimir Tarasenko, one of your best goal scorers, out for the entire season. So, it sucks to see that happen. But I think Mike Hoffman will definitely, if he gets signed by the Blues, will help out this team 100%. The projected lineup offensively for the St. Louis Blues, also apologize for this not coming out as late as it usually does. Dubois got signed, everything else going down with that, so this video may come out a little bit late. Jaden Schwartz on your left wing side there. Mike Hoffman in there is a question mark. That's if he gets signed. Sammy Blaze is your third/second line guy. Clifford is your third/fourth, and then Sanford as your other guy there. On the center core there, you have Shen, O'Reilly, Bozak, Barbashev, and De La Rose. Then you have Thomas, Perron, Sundqvist, Cairo, and Mackenheim as your right wing players. So, look, I'm going to say it right here and now. That first line looks great. I think the whole top six looks great. You have some really big depth. Schwartz, Shen, and Thomas is a pretty good offensive line. Thomas gets underrated at times, although I do think David Perron may push for first line. We'll probably get opportunities, but yeah, I think that first line looks great alone. Second line there, Mike Hoffman, O'Reilly, Perron, very good goal scoring. O'Reilly, great two-way forward. Hoffman, an awesome goal scorer, and Perron can pass the puck pretty well. So, that line is bound for success. I wouldn't be surprised if that line moves up the first line. Then left wing there, you have Sammy Blaze, Bozak, and Sundqvist as your third line. A good, solid physical to bottom six there. And then Clifford, Barbashev, and Cairo. And then you have Sanford, De La Rose, and Mackenheim as your fill-in players, or whatever you want to put them. So, I'm impressed. I think I'm pretty impressed with the Blues offense right now. Getting Mike Hoffman does replace Pietrangelo with that goal scoring where it was. And, if they sign him to a one-year contract, and then they let Dubois and they let Tarasenko come back next season, I would definitely be pretty excited to see. I think Hoffman will definitely play up pretty good goal scoring. And yeah, as I already said before, I think a Hoffman signing will come earlier once the season gets closer. So, it's looking pretty exciting right now for the Blues. Their top six looks great. Got a lot of goal scoring, a lot of offense that can be generated. Their bottom six is nice and physical, and then the fill-in players aren't really that bad as well. So the offense looks good right now. I don't think there really is anything you want to do to change that up, in all honesty. I think it looks pretty good right now. Looking at your defense there now, on the lefty side there, you have Torrey Krug, Marco Scandella, and Vince Dunn, who had just signed, ironically. Right D side there, you have Colin Parayko, Justin Falk, and Robert Bertuzzo. So I look at that defense, and I say, that's good. That's a lot of depth. Krug and Parayko is a great offensive line. I think that will definitely generate good defense and good offense as well. Second line there, Scandella and Justin Falk. Falk questioned me a little bit. I think maybe Bertuzzo could push for first line there. Or not first line, second pairing there. And then Scandella is in the right defenseman as well. Third pairing, Vince Dunn and Bertuzzo. A pretty underrated pairing at that. I think I'm very optimistic to see what that third D pairing is going to do. I'm excited to see what Vince Dunn, how he's going to play with his new contract. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that Blues defense altogether. So, without Pietrangelo, it honestly doesn't look too bad or too much worse. Getting Torrey Krug definitely helped. If they didn't get Torrey Krug, their defense will be in a huge hole right now. But yeah, I'm pretty optimistic and pretty excited to see what the St. Louis Blues are going to do with this defense. I think the defense is great. The only thing that really brings me some question is the goaltending, and really, in honesty, in every position, too. Moving on to the goaltending there, you have Jordan Binnington as your starter, Husso as your backup, and Evan Fitzpatrick, because I got to remember the Evans, as your third goaltender. So, Binnington. Binnington looked bad in the playoffs. I think anyone can say that. Binnington looked surprisingly and scaringly bad. I did not expect him to not play very well. In the first 2 games, Vancouver went up 2-0. They go into Game 3, they put in Jake Allen, and they come back and win. And they come back to tie the series, even though it didn't really matter, in all honesty. And then, Binnington did show some signs of bad stuff. I don't think it's a fluke. I still think Binnington's a very solid goaltender. I'm pretty optimistic to see what he's going to do this season, though. If he has a bad season, then the Blues are kind of screwed, to be honest with you, on that goaltending side of things. And then you have Husso as your backup goalie, who I've never seen play. So, Husso, congratulations, you're going to get your first start as an NHL backup. And then Evan Fitzpatrick is your third goaltender, probably not going to play that many games, but we'll definitely get a few chances. So yeah, the St. Louis Blues goaltending looks kind of scary right now. But if Binnington can have a bounce, if Binnington can play well next season, if Husso can play as a good backup, and Fitzpatrick, I think this team can play pretty good. I am scared about the goaltending. I like the defense and I like the offense. So I'd be hyped right now if you're a Blues fan. Just be a little bit worried about that goaltending. Just me, to be honest. That's just me. And finally, we have the playoff prediction. Do I think the St. Louis Blues will make the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs? The answer is, I have them as one of the top 3 teams in that division. That division looks fairly weak, in all honesty. I think the Blues may come out with some easy wins. I think they may even push for first place, although I think that's going to be Vegas that claims that spot. I do see a pretty good team when it comes to it. I'm pretty excited to see how this team's going to play with the new goalies, with the new guys coming in. And if Mike Hoffman gets re-signed, this could be a whole different thing. But if Mike Hoffman leaves, it's another whole different thing. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Thank y'all for watching. If you're a Blues fan, welcome to the channel. We don't have many of you here. So, if you could go subscribe, that would mean a lot to me as well. We are only 40 subscribers away from 700, which is absolutely amazing to say. And yeah, thank y'all for watching and your constant support on the YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys in 2021, because this is probably the last video of 2020, which is unbelievable to say. And I'll see you guys in 2021 for the Tampa Bay Lightning and Toronto Maple Leafs season previews, as well as our 1-year anniversary.